if someone were to come up to you at a party, here's the quick version of the exercise. What we're going to do is we're going to run that scenario 3 times and just change a little bit each time. So imagine that someone comes up to you at a party and asks what you do. What's the first thing that you talk about? First thing you talk about is your tasks, right? I do this at that. This is what I do every day or something like that. That's fine. So now let me ask it again, second time. Someone comes up to you at a party and asks what you do. But anything that you just thought about, anything related to your tasks, to your job, whatever, it's off the table. You cannot access it anymore. So now what do you talk about? Well, now you would talk about, I think, your skills. You talk about what you're good at. Like I said, I'm good at gathering information and processing information and making it useful to others. Okay, so now we're going to do it one more time. Someone comes up to you at a party and asks what you do. But now you can't talk about your tasks and you can't talk about your skills, off the table. So what do? Well, now here we are. We've arrived at the mission statement, that sentence in which every word is carefully selected because it is not anchored to something that's easily changeable. Now, you ask, what about people who are earlier in their career? I guarantee that even at the very, very beginning of your career, you have some idea of what you are good at. And it can be broad, and that's fine, right? I mean, at this point early in your career, one of the things that you should just be really good at is you should be really good at absorbing information and being useful, right? Maybe that by itself is a wonderful skill for that phase of your career. What do? What you do is that you absorb information quickly and find ways to be useful. If you think of yourself like that, well, then it doesn't matter what team you're put on. It doesn't matter what happens to your company. It doesn't matter if you get laid off tomorrow, because your core skill set is being able to show up in an environment, understand it, find ways to be useful. And that by itself is really valuable. That is a great core insight for you, because someone who has that kind of skill set is going to be able to do any number of things. And as you develop in your career, you might discover that you actually have a particular skill at doing that in one kind of environment or in one kind of way, right? I mean, if I talk to people at a conference for HR and I talk to people who are in a conference for IT, they're going to have a